Hey, welcome back. So we're getting ready to do the production phase. Jason's here again, and I do want to get into something real quick. I know, like after the combat was over, we jumped to the morale phase and started doing casualties and stress. There's a few things that are in the rules that we didn't trigger, but later on you're going to see that we're going to start producing units, and they're going to be on these little factories here. And it is possible that if you damage somebody's factory and they produce units, too many units, and the factory is not able to produce that many units anymore, it actually turns into a casualty, which goes on your stress board. So you can actually get casualties just from your inability to produce units, because that actually is a casualty. Thematically, I sort of have an issue with it, because when you're producing units, I don't understand how damaging a factory kills people. It just means you lose a tank. But go ahead. And speak up a little bit, because you're sometimes not. You're far away from the camera.
Yeah. So you said that taking a territory, like since I took Finland, you gain 2 stress, right?
Yeah.
If I lose, let's say Leningrad here or whatever, I gain the 2 stress, but then I take it back. Do you gain 2 stress?
Yeah, every time you gain stress. So
Okay.
if we're exchanging the same territory back and forth over and over again, we're gaining stress for it every time. And I can verify that, because that's a good point. Is the stress just for any territory or just your own? Let's find out. Yeah, it's for every time. So if we keep exchanging the same territory back and forth, we're going to keep getting stress.
I'll make you collapse before me.
But just remember that when you take a territory, though, you get a medal, which removes stress. So you sort of.
It's only 1 stress per territory then.
Well, because the medal's only 1 point, yes.
Yeah.
But so you sort of can alleviate it a little bit. Now, I'm going to get into how you can alleviate it some more. That's where I'm going next. So a few things that are in the rules. There are neutral territories, as everybody might be aware. For example, here we have Sweden with all these troops. And these troops in Sweden don't do anything throughout the game unless somebody attacks it. Whether it's me or Jason, doesn't matter. They will swing to the other side. So let's say Jason attacks Sweden here. Let me move the troops out of the way. If Jason attacks Sweden, then we would grab one of those national flags, which are in the bag over there, Jason, and it would immediately become German. Like right away, it becomes German. So if Jason conquers it, of course, then Germany loses it, and it doesn't have any strategic value, so I don't gain stress for losing a neutral. But it would eventually become Jason's if he takes it. Now, if I attack it, then it immediately becomes Russian. And, it just flips. Now, what's the point of a neutral not having a neutral? Well, one of the points is, you can see Norway here has a railroad that goes through. I can't take a railroad from here through there to do unlimited movement unless I also control this neutral. That's one reason. I mean, I don't know how important that railroad is to ever take, but I'm just suggesting that as a possibility. The other one is, as you can see here in the circle, there's an iron. They're willing to trade iron with anybody who's adjacent to them. So you don't have to conquer Sweden to get the iron, but if you do conquer Sweden, then Sweden will only trade with you and won't trade with anybody else. That's one of the things you get out of it. And so what does that mean, being able to trade for iron? Well, that's the phase we're on right now. We're on the production phase. So we're going to be able to trade with neutrals. Now, the problem with that is it's only in the global game. It's not in the... So this particular scenario, we're not allowed to trade with neutrals. They're actually quite worthless in this scenario. One other thing about neutrals, some neutrals, like Brazil here, you'll notice has like a off-green color, and then Mexico in Central America. And you can see even Greenland and Iceland has that same green. Those neutrals are pro-allies from the start. They will only trade with allied nations. They will not trade with the Axis. So they have sympathy for the allies, but they're not on the allies. Obviously, if the Axis goes in and kicks their butt, then they start trading with the Axis, and who cares?
So Central America doesn't even have any troops.
Yeah, not all of them have troops. So, for example, Greenland here doesn't have troops, and neither does Iceland. They also don't trade resources either. So some of them are just strategic and nothing else. Like you might need just a place to land or your planes or something.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think that covers that. So let's get into production. So what we do is we mark the starting resources per the position on the resource chart. And so what that means is we got to get out our books again. And I'm trying to figure out where my book is. Oh, it's right here. So we get out our books, and you can see here military production is over on the right side. And a couple of things. The trade is right here on the player board, which is awesome. It's also right here. So basically 2 oil gets you 3 iron or 5 OSR. But just remember, Jason, this scenario does not allow trade. So even though that's all there, I'm explaining it for rules purposes, but it really doesn't mean anything for us. So what we're supposed to do is you're supposed to mark, spend your resources to buy units. And then you can see at the top there, there's those crates. It's a green box that says 5-star on it. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Those crates are 5 of any resource, and those are consumer goods. And those are just like metal. They reduce stress.
I'm looking at like the battleship here, and it has 3 oil, 4 iron, and 3 of the
OSR, yeah.
or whatever. Do you have to put all of those in, or only one?
All. It costs all 3 of those sets of resources. I mean, yeah, a battleship is going to be a big deal, and just like in real life, it's a big deal to make. So yes, it'll cost you a lot of resources. So let's. So I'm going to refresh everybody. Now, what the rules say is that when we're done with this phase, you're supposed to give your book to me so I can double check your numbers. I'm going to trust you on this, so we can like not do that pedantic thing. But I'm sure in a real competitive game that would make sense. So I don't know. You did side with the Canadian, so we may need to do something about that. Okay, so this is secret. And also bear in mind that whatever you produce, it's going to go on your...
So we can produce until all of our resources are depleted.
You can spend all your resources, yes. But you can't spend more than what you have. Correct.
Okay, and there's no penalty to that.
To spending all your resources?
Yeah.
Well, here's where you're limited. You're limited by the strategic value. So like in Germany, I can make 8 units.
Mm-hmm.
And also remember that a stack of units can never be more than 8. So you need to have extra command markers. If you don't, you lose them all. The units, you spend all the resources, you get nothing for it.
Oh, I didn't even know that you needed, it couldn't be more than 8. Oh.
Yeah, we went over that last video. So your stack can only be 8. And also, by the way, when you landed your planes, you could have done merge. And also when the battle was over, you could have split or merged your stacks if you wanted.
Oh, I thought we only were able to do that in the movement.
Yes, but during the combat is when you could do that.
Okay.
As well. Now, I don't have to put all 8 units here. I can also put 4 here and 4 there. But just understand that wherever you put them, bombers can come in and bomb them and destroy them. So if I'm willing to send bombers after you, I can try to bomb you and destroy your units. Okay? Mm-hmm. Your destroyed units go into the casualty pool for the morale stress check. Now, granted, we just lost units last round and neither of us got stressed, but I'm just trying to let you know that that's something to keep in mind.
Well, it's just less units to even go on the battlefield as well, so...
I'm sorry?
It's just less units to go on the battlefield as well.
If you kill them?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
That one is probably, like, the biggest...
Well, yes.
...injury.
Yeah, and these units stay on the board. So when you invade that particular territory... Like I said, if you actually capture the territory, you actually capture the units and they become yours. So they deploy.
So you might not want to put it on your front
You
line.
better. Well, you could put it on the front line if you're confident you're gonna keep it.
Yeah.
Because having it on the front line means it's gonna be able to join the battle quicker. But I think this is where railroads really come in, right? Because you can build your units further back and then you
just
railroad them out. So.
I thought Greater Germany wasn't connected to any railroads here.
It's connected to everything. Okay, so you got what you need? Any questions?
Nope.
And so you're going to tally up your total spent and put it on the bottom, and then whatever your remaining is. And you can write on the top what you have. So like, for example, I have 4 oil. How is it that I only have 4? I guess I do only have 4. And then I have 8 iron and 13. So you just write it up along the top. Actually, I wrote it in the wrong spot. I'm supposed to write it here. This is for spending resources to buy cargo goods. Or consumer goods, I mean. I'm always going to say cargo goods, but it's consumer goods. And you know what consumer goods do, right? I know I explained this, but I just want to make sure you remember. Jason? Yes? No?
What?
He's busy thinking. You know what consumer goods do, right?
They give you the 5, right?
No, they reduce your stress.
Oh.
They cost 5 resources of any type you choose.
Oh, okay.
So you can buy them if you want. All right, this is a tough choice. My pen is hitting the camera. All right, so I want to get... Okay, so that's 2, 3. So that's what I'm doing so far. All right, so let's do the math again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6. Oh, no. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. We're right. And then here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I think I'm good.
Can I get the camera for a second?
You want to show them something?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Just look at how overpowered this United States is. You got so many resources just in the...
Yeah, they're going to have a lot of resources, but they don't start with a lot of territory either.
No, but those resources are like triple mine and everything.
Yeah, that's going to be...
Not even including Alaska as well. Like...
Okay, are you ready? So we can keep going?
Oh, yeah, okay.
Okay, so if I did my math right, I'm going to be at 0 of everything.
Same.
So it is interesting how the costs work out. But yes, I dropped to 0 of everything. And so here's what I'm doing, Jason. I think it's in player order, but I don't think it matters. We can even do this in parallel. I'm buying 2 armor, which it is 2 of my oil. And then I'm also buying a bomber, which is 2 of my oil.
You only have 4 oil? Yeah.
Yep, I only have 4 oil. So
that
then
bomber's gonna be annoying.
that's, well, and I just want to remind you that I actually have a bomber here with this stack.
We both start out with the same Air Force, except you have 2 more fighters.
You have a bomber too?
Yeah.
Where's your way in the back. Okay. And then that was also 4 of my iron, my iron, and then I bought 2 more artillery. And I bought 4 infantry. right, and so Jason bought.
4 infantry, 2 artillery, and an armored.
Yeah, so we're pretty much evenly matched here.
Well, I mean, you have a lot more resources than me, though. Except in oil.
Well, I have more oil because you spent yours for turn order.
Yeah.
So that you spent all your oil.
I didn't know that you had to use oil for these units until
Oh,
now.
so you're going to put an asterisk on your loss here?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to hand you some of these bomb tokens. On the other side of them are the... so whatever stacks you create, you got to put those on top. So I'm going to think about where I'm going to put... I'm obviously going to put a bunch in Germany because I think I'm safe there. So, for example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You should just let me bomb those. That would be nice.
Yeah, I mean, if you bomb them, you definitely, you can definitely knock a few out. That's for certain.
Honestly, your bomber is like the most important.
Is it the most important, though?
I would say so. For the amount of damage it could do.
So I bought 9 units, so I have to put 1 somewhere else. That's my issue.
Haha. Put it on the front line.
I was actually thinking about doing that. I'll put it there. I haven't played this game enough to know what good strategies are or aren't yet. Oh, you know what I forgot? We could buy ships too. I didn't even think about that.
For Russia and Germany, come on, ships.
I know, but I could still be raiding your stuff or whatever. Okay, so that brings us to the end of the round, and it's time to start again. And just as I finished my turn, did you hear the clock sounded? So that was the ominous sound. Okay, so our turn order is now disrupted again. We're going to be bidding oil and whatnot again. So we go back to the beginning. We check our territory card facings. Those are fine. We don't have any stripe sides because there's no embattled areas. And then we're going to gather our income. So my income
is the exact same except -2 for iron.
Yeah, I don't remember what my income was though. So
it
3
shows it right here. And now you're going to use -2 for iron.
Okay, sorry.
Come on.
All right, so you got your income in then?
Yep.
Okay, so we got our income in, and now it's strategic planning. So we're going to write our orders. And so on the other side of this, you can even rip it off if you like. And then on the other side, you know what I forgot to do today is I forgot to print out extra sheets.
We still have a lot.
We still have a lot, but if we play this a bit, it's going to go quick. Okay, so this is round, making sure the camera can see.
2.
Round 2, and we got to get our oil bid in. And and for the purposes of the camera, normally you're supposed to write the group number on the top and then the destination number on the bottom.
Oh wait, we're doing the movement as well?
Yeah, those 9 boxes. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to, for purpose of camera, I'm going to try to help the viewers by writing the location. I'll write the number plus the location. So let's look at what's going on here and let you guys assess the situation. I do have a potential issue with... okay, so you got your big stack right here, right?
I've got a lot of big stacks. So...
Well, considering that bombers can only go out 2 and out back 2, I actually can't hit that. You know that, right?
And I have fighters.
Because my bomber's here.
No, you can hit that.
No.
Oh, it's there.
Yeah.
Oh, I was just gonna say if you tried, I was gonna shoot you down.
Well, yeah, because you got your fighters there, but I'm just helping you to understand. I couldn't reach it even if I wanted to. Okay.
Yeah, I think I know what it
This is actually a difficult decision.
Let's like stand up.
They're covering all the big stacks cover up all the numbers.
Now you're covering. Now I can't see the numbers.
That's fine. That's fine.
No, it's not fine for me.
I said it's fine. Whatever you need to do. I know my writing is awful. I apologize to you trying to understand that, but hopefully the location numbers will help. You have a lot of troops. You know that?
Yeah, I really do.
And you're making almost as many resources as I am.
Yeah, I can really win this.
Yeah, you can.
I can.
This is, I don't even think this is fair. I mean, and because I don't have France or Norway, I'm restricted even more. But then again, I obviously haven't played this, so maybe I should have went all out on the first turn. I don't know. I honestly didn't think you were going to be so defensive.
I think that's good. Just going over my actions here.
Okay, I'm ready.
I gotta.
Okay. All right. So while he's still thinking his stuff through, let me explain to you some other aspects to this game. So China has a lot of restrictions. China's going to have a lot of special rules when we play as China. There is this Soviet-Japanese pact. And basically what it is, there's like 4 articles, and these are actual game rules. So basically Russia's not allowed to attack Japan, but no other ally is either. And then like if Germany were to try to go through Japanese territory to attack Russia, even though Germany's at war with Russia, if they attack Russia from a Japanese territory, it breaks this treaty. And then the country that breaks the treaty gets 6 stress points towards their threshold. And so it would be Japan or Russia. I mean, if Germany did the attacking, Japan's the one that suffers the 6 stress points, not Germany. But it's a one-time thing, and once the treaty's broken, none of these rules apply anymore. And there's no penalty anymore. It's just a one-time penalty. And, of course, you can buy consumer goods to overcome that.
Look at my beautiful Air Force.
Yeah, I see that. Good luck paying for all those. All right, are you ready?
Yeah.
All right, so let's start with the oil bid. I bid 1.
Same.
Did you really?
Yeah, I thought you were going to go for 0 again.
Ah.
So I was like, okay, if he goes for 0 again, I'm going to go for 1 just to make sure that I can get to go first. So
I thought you were going to go 0, and that's why I went 1. Because you learned your lesson from last time. All right, so we both lose 1 oil. So let's take care of
who goes
that.
first, though?
We got to resolve that random. It
Rock,
says.
paper, scissors.
Let me check real quick, but I think we're gonna roll a die or something. Draw national flags to randomly break ties. So what we can do is we can get a cup and put our national flags. They're right here. Just use the turn order markers. So we can put them in a cup and then have somebody draw from the cup.
Can we get like more?
Well, yeah.
Just so that.
Okay, can we resolve this, please? Here, just put them in here. Just 2.
Well, half of it's Russian, half of it's German, so.
Okay, but they're different size.
Oh, okay.
Here, look. We'll let you do it your way. Put these back. Okay, so as you can see, we got 1 of each in here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it up high so he can't see which one's which. Right? I'm even moving them around. And then I'm going to let you pick. Which one did you get?
Oh!
He picked the German. All right, so here we go. So I get to go first. And I think the reason going first is important here is because of pinning. Although, I don't know, maybe I wanted to go second in this case. But pinning is, if I move troops into a particular area, it's going to pin Jason's troops so he can't move them. Or he might have an easy time taking a territory if I vacate one. All right, so my first move yeah, I was just making sure I didn't screw it up and like we're supposed to do 1 box at a time each. It's all 3 rows. So, all right, so my first move is 48 to R4. So can you grab like a war thing?
Oh, I hate you so much.
My second move is 22 to R4. My third move is 56 to R4. My fourth move is 37 to R4. And then 11 to R4.
What is this? You just going full ham on this?
And then 16 to R4. And then 33 to G7. And then 1 to A3. And then 14 to R4.
Oh my god. This death stack.
It's a death stack, but if you...
Where's the attrition?
But if you're attacking here, for example, you might actually do really well. I don't know. So now it's your turn. See? So you got yourself a nice little battle there.
Yep. The rest of them, the next like 3 don't matter.
Why? Can you just share with us?
Because
remember, people are learning the rules.
yeah,
So
it gets blocked by you.
it gets pinned. So which 3? Can you just announce, point to which ones you're trying to do?
Well, actually,
So
I think it's 2, but
you were trying
the
to move-
airplanes was also gonna move, and that one's
Airplanes can't be pinned.
Can I halt them then?
You can cancel them, yes. If
Okay,
you
I'm canceling that one.
Okay, you can cancel any move you do. So now that you've seen what I'm doing, you're like saying, okay, I don't want to move those planes out of there. Is that what you're saying?
Can I revert the airplanes? No.
You can't change your mind on where they're going. You just, all you can do is cancel the move. Okay. So in your example, you were going to move maybe one of these stacks, and now
I was
you
going to
can't.
move the 34 and 58th Division into G7.
Right. So the rules, just for the folks watching, the rules are, as you can see, I got a monster stack of troops here. He has to have just as many troops as me, or he can't move any of his troops out of
Don't
there.
worry, guys. I'm getting the armies in.
So even if you took this stack plus the other stack, or his third stack,
nowhere close.
you
to
add
it.
them all up, they're not going to be equal to what I have.
Okay, and then
So-
we got these two going to be merging under.
You were supposed to announce that before we,
Oh, really?
yeah.
Oh, they're merging. So.
Okay, but that's not the rules, just so you understand. Because I'm supposed to know what all the stacks are before I finish my orders. Remember, that was the rules. We talked about this.
Okay.
You have to announce all your mergers before we
fine,
get
I
to...
won't merge them then.
Well, I'm
I
going to
have
let
more room.
I will let you do it. What did you want to do with them?
I was gonna move them both to R4.
Are they in your orders?
Yeah. It says I put down merge and move to R4.
Okay, so the only thing you did wrong there is you were supposed to announce the merge. Okay, so you move them then to R4,
Yeah.
so they're joining the stack of doom.
Yeah.
And that is in your orders. You're not like making this up, right?
No.
Okay.
I mean, if you want to, you
No,
can try
just-
and read
I'm-
the handwriting.
Just making sure. Okay, so now that you have all those units in the stack of doom, you actually might be able to move some out if you wanted. I don't know if you want to.
No. There was nowhere close.
All right, is there anything else that you were going to move?
Then we got these airplanes.
And they were going to Belarus?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so that's it?
Yep.
Okay, I think that we're going to have... So really, we have two battle zones going on, right?
Yeah. And I think one person is gonna take a territory and the other one's gonna take another.
Take the other one, yeah. That's probably going to be the case here.
And no one has a combat advantage anymore.
Because we're going to have all three unit
Yeah.
types? Yeah, you made sure you had all three unit types this time. And yeah, that combat advantage is brutal, if you ask me. Although it didn't really help me much. I think it just canceled one of your hits.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, so we did that. Jason is supposed to have two of these put out. He only put out one. We're just trying to be formal here. And then technically they're on this side. Okay, the other thing formally, which Jason and I are going to forget to do all the time, because even when we played Axis and Allies, we always forgot to do the silly stuff like this. You're technically supposed to put these little arrows on your planes to show that they need to land. So in Jason's case, he's got a blue arrow there and another blue arrow back here where you can't see. And I have another red arrow there somewhere. I don't know where.
You put a red arrow on top of your.
So I'll just put two red arrows on top of it. So the arrows, the only purpose of the arrows is just to remind you that you must land those planes at the later phase. Go ahead.
Honestly, I'm just gonna talk about the battle, but like the battle that we're gonna have in Leningrad there, it's gonna be a battle of attrition. If I can kill as many units as possible, I win.
Well, hey, one thing about this Leningrad thing that was probably not smart of me, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now that I'm thinking about it deeper,
You left almost everything open.
Well, besides that point, the game caps you at 30 dice.
I'm gonna have a chance. I'm gonna have a chance.
So yeah, I'm not playing it smart in several ways. But yeah, the game caps you at 30 dice. So I think I made the right move. I just maybe moved just one stack too many in there.
Nah,
But-
like four stacks.
I only moved 3 stacks in there.
No, you should just move them all back.
Well, it looks like I moved 4 stacks in there. Okay. Well, let's get her done. So we're moving on to. Okay, we don't have any carriers. Yeah, we're gonna do combat. So let's do Belarus
We're
first.
doing the boring battle first, and then we're gonna do the exciting one.
So Belarus then?
Yeah, we're doing Belarus.
All right. So I'm grabbing my units. You grab yours. Don't knock stuff over. I grabbed this for you. So the big thing is he's got a lot of airplanes coming on this one, and I don't really have much at all. Yeah, I made a mistake, but that's part of learning the game.
I can't get this to come off. Here we go. I just can't.
Use your fingernails, buddy, or just give it here. Or as the war gamers on Board Game Geek, you need to buy a rotary cutter. Well, I don't know where you're going to put it, so you.
Putting this offensive.
All right.
You're obviously doing anti-air bowl.
Well, there's no reason not to.
Focused on the ground units. You don't have
Okay.
to kill my anti-air.
So for the ground combat, this is 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm at 5. Jason, count your dice, please. And then for air, I'm at 3.
19. I think I'm at 30.
Okay, you think or you know?
Well, this is 15. This is 19. That's 23.
This is 12.
20, no.
3,
12.
3, 6, 9, 12. Correct?
12,
16.
16, 24, 26, 28, 29, 30. Yeah.
Yeah, you're exactly at 30.
Yeah.
So grab your markers and put it on the 30 so we can do this proper. So he's going to put 3 markers there on the 10. So basically he's rolling a buttload of dice. So do you want to just go first?
Oh, yeah.
Right, so
all your infantry has been killed by
So
those 4.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yep.
We have your artillery
Artillery's done.
destroyed, and your tank is wounded right now.
Yeah, my tank is wounded.
But all I need is just a green
Or a white.
Yeah, and I got that.
Okay. Now, we didn't do the air combat first. So technically speaking, if I shoot down your air units, you get less dice to roll.
Honestly,
I know you rolled 20, so I'm just saying we were supposed to do air combat
we
first.
have to destroy all.
So hand me dice, or you're rolling for me.
You got 3.
3.
You freaking hit my bomber.
So I
You
hit,
hit my bomber.
I hit red.
All of them. Oh, it's not dead. It's not dead.
No, you're gonna have to pay a resource to keep it alive.
Doesn't matter. I
right.
saved my bomber.
That's all I hit.
Yeah. You got
Okay.
2 blacks.
All right, and then I get 5 dice for the actual battle. And let me move this up, sir. Can you show them what I rolled?
You rolled 3 blues and 2 yellow.
All right, so the yellow gets resolved first.
That means this is
So per the rules, and I know we went through this last time, but just refreshing. Per the rules, you're not allowed to just say 2 hits to here. It has to be bing and bing. This one has to die before that one's allowed to take a hit. And so yes, I did 3 hits here, but this one won't die. And that's it. I already lost the territory, didn't I?
Yep.
Okay, so what was that, Belarus?
Yeah.
So
Fine.
don't put it in your tableau yet. Just keep it out. And can you get your food away from the board game, please?
Yep.
Okay, so just keep that out because we have to calculate stress and all that stuff.
Okay, we'll just keep it at me.
All right, so from a casualty perspective, I'm going to have, and you're going to have to be careful. You can't roll dice on here anymore. These are my casualties. And then you have 2 casualties. And then you have to spend 2 resources, any 2, to keep your... So he's spending OSR to save his troops. And then your troops go... We don't deal out stress or anything yet.
Okay, then I'm just gonna keep that there.
Yeah, so technically what? I'm going to get 2 stress
Yeah.
from this, but that's why I was saying keep it out. We have to do that later.
Okay, and then we got...
And then I get my little stack back. So yeah, that wasn't smart on my part. I don't know if I would have been able to defend it anyways. I did move my planes out of there, which was probably my biggest mistake. And then
You were supposed to roll 6. Not 5.
because I had 2 artillery.
No, your tanks are 2. Oh no, you only had...
I had an anti-aircraft. 2, 3, 4, 5. Look, I
Yeah.
calculated ahead of time. That's why we do this.
I
So
thought
you
you
don't
had
have
like 2 tanks. Sorry.
Nope, just 1. Look right there.
Mm.
Okay, so we good?
Yep. Now I can put this back here. The airplanes are just moved back for now.
Yeah, I mean, technically, you know, when we played Axis and Allies, we'd let you land your airplanes, but I think you may want to see if you win or lose that battle before you land your airplanes.
Yeah.
Because let's say you win, you can then land your planes there.
Mm-hmm.
So you may want to wait. All right, so let's do the mega battle. And yeah, the fact that I'm stuck to... Oh, come on, Jason.
Sorry.
The fact that I'm stuck to 30 dice is my mistake. That's a big mistake. That's a noob mistake, folks. Don't make that mistake in your game. Look like you're a master. Don't forget that 30 dice rule. Because I looked like a genius until I remembered the 30 dice rule. All right.
You're putting those to make sure that I lose in the air.
I'm putting those because that's what I want to do.
I think I actually had 2 of these here. Oh, jeez. Separate. What do we... I'll just put this like on top of this.
Well, the only reason you're putting them separate is so you can keep your stack separate.
Yeah.
So
Put that there. And then I can't do this one.
fingernails, buddy. Rotary cutter. Okay, so I know, folks, maybe we're looking at a weird angle there, but so what I'm trying to do is I'm limited to 30 dice. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24.
1, 2,
So I could add 6 dice, right? By just changing things.
11, 13, 17. So I have 17 of those. 2,
That would be 26, 28, 30. So that would be 30 dice
7, 9,
if I did that. I don't know if I want to. That's my next question.
20, 24.
So I'm at 30 dice for the ground. And then for the air, or no, Oh, look, my bomber is 4 more dice. So I can do that. Because my bomber is contributing 4 dice. So 4, 6, 8, 10, 14, 15, 16, 7. Oh, this is a tank. I think we're good. 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 24, 26, 27, 28. That's 29. So I will just... I'm going to move 1 infantry to offensive to make it 30. So that'll do that. So now for the air, I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and
You at
6,
least, no, you were
12,
30.
18. I have 30 for the air as well.
I'm doing it the opposite way as you, by the way. My air is the explosive. The ground is none. Here, I can switch those. So we can, it makes it easier.
So what's your air at?
17.
Oh, and it's all because of the anti-aircraft?
Yeah. I mean, I also put my air there, but you see these? They will be killed.
Oh, I actually have 1 more air, which I can't even make room for. So I actually have 31 air. So
You will be destroyed. You know, in the Axis and Allies game on the computer, I showed you that I played Russia in Karelia. I destroyed all the German air. This is the same mission.
same mission. Okay, so one thing is I was regretting my stack of doom, but I was able to put them all in a defensive stance, which actually helped my anti-air war, and I was able to get to 30 dice with just barely. So it wasn't that bad. So who are you rolling for, me or you? Well, we got to do air first.
Well, I honestly don't think...
Air is first.
Well, yeah, I honestly don't think you have to roll for me, but I'm just going to roll for myself first. I'm going to do the 17, and then we can do you.
So the only things that matter are green and red. Well, black and white do as well.
I got 2 green and 1 black.
All right, so 2 green would be...
1 dead.
Here, I'm going to move the camera so people can see. 2 green is 1 dead, and then the black would be you pick what you want to injure. Because you actually get to choose the casualties, not me.
I'm injuring your bomber.
Okay. All right, so that was 10.
Yeah, that's 10, so I need...
7 more. And so, to be clear, the rules say you're supposed to roll your 10, I roll my 10, and then we go back and forth. I don't understand what the difference is, so...
Oh, I accidentally hit 1. Which this was not a green. So
Okay.
I'm gonna revert that. I got a red, got 2 greens, I got a black and a white.
Okay, so go ahead and assign the damage.
Okay, so how do I actually want to do this? Oh, I know. So I'm gonna do that to him for 1 green, okay? Then I'm gonna use the white to kill him. Then I'm gonna put a new...
Okay, stop.
Right?
Remember, you have to do it in order. The greens have to be resolved before the reds, before the blacks, and then the whites. The game has specific orders.
Oh, well, that still works. That's fine. I'm gonna use just greens to go like that.
You can't. Remember, you have to kill 1 all the way.
Oh my god, this fully sucks.
Just do it the way it's supposed to be done. We've explained it 100 times.
Okay, killed that for the 2 greens, so the white can be useless.
Yes, the white is useless. That's the reason why the
Okay,
order
your
matters.
red's dead, and then this one's injured because
All
of
right,
the black.
because of black, which goes before white, Dingleberry.
And the
So,
oh,
pay attention. Pay attention. He gets this from his dad. You guys who watch my videos know damn well that I make those kind of mistakes all the time. All right, so yes, I do make those mistakes all the time, Jason. So
look at your Air Force.
it's just fun to make fun of somebody else for a change.
It's gone.
All right, so let me. I gotta check something real quick. Since you destroyed the air units, I don't know if they actually contribute to the ground battle anymore.
They never did.
Okay, when you added up your ground dice, did you add up your air unit's ground value? Because you destroyed my bomber. My bomber drops 4 dice. See that?
My fighters don't have any ground value.
I'm talking about mine. Are you not paying attention? Look at the bomber. See,
Yeah.
it has 4 dice.
Yeah.
Hold on.
If not, then I'm actually gonna have more dice than you.
It is 100% simultaneous, Jason, so I get to roll my dice.
Oh, dang it.
But before we do that, I need to get the glory of destroying your stuff. So you're rolling 30 dice for me.
Don't even have to.
Okay. It's real hard for the camera to see.
Okay,
but
so
what did I roll?
there's 2 blacks, 1 green, and a white. So the green goes like that, and then the white's turn kills it.
No, the black is next.
Oh, yeah. So then the black kills it, and then the other black, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter, right? But for the purposes of the video, do
Yeah,
it in the right
yeah.
order, okay?
Yeah.
All right. So, and be careful rolling. So your stuff is dead. Just put it in the deceased track for now. You don't move it off anything. No, here. Okay. So now we're doing this stuff down
I
here.
want to go first.
How many dice do you get to roll?
27.
27?
Yeah.
Jesus.
You want to see how much I put in offense?
Yeah, I see
I'm
that.
here to kill you.
I see that. Go ahead. Okay, go a little slower this time. We're starting with yellow.
Okay, so we have 5 yellow,
5 yellow.
which this one will be killed.
That's 1.
And then we got these. No, it's only 2 that are killed. Sorry. So we killed.
That's 5.
That's
Yes.
5 right there. And then we got 2 blues.
Which are next.
Yeah, which kill one of your artillery.
Yep.
Then we got a green, which injures one of your tanks. Well, like not really injures, but yeah.
Understood.
And then we got a white, which
Does nothing.
wait doesn't you? Oh yeah.
Because this guy's not injured. See
And then
the,
we got a red, which does nothing.
Right.
Well,
So-
I mean, the red was supposed to go first.
Before the black or the white, yes. But here's the thing, and you touched a good rule. This tank here is still a full health tank. It's not a damaged tank, so the white did not impact it.
Okay.
So now you're on, what, 7 more? Or no, you get 27, don't you?
Yeah.
All right, so how bad is the damage this time?
We got 5 yellow again. So we're taking
3
out
or
2
2.
for 4,
Go ahead.
and then that's for 5th.
Yep,
So then these can be pushed aside. Then we have blue next,
blue's next.
which I injure 1 because
Yep.
I only had 1 on that. Then we got a green, which I'm injuring that one.
Yep.
And then it's red, then it's black, right?
Black is wild.
Then we're gonna kill your tank. And then the white is I'm gonna kill your artillery.
Okay. Then you have 7 more, right?
Yep. These.
I think I needed all these troops. Jesus.
Okay.
So 3 yellow.
I have 3 yellow, which means that I'm gonna kill your yellow, and then I'm gonna kill another yellow.
Yep. Lots of infantry gone.
I mean, I got like 13 yellow.
Okay, then
So that's that.
you have 1,
Then we have 2 blue,
2 blue.
which kills one of your artillery. Then we have
1 green,
your tank survives.
and my tank survives.
Your tank survives. If you put it on a defensive, or
Alright,
offensive,
so just
whatever
so
that
people
is.
can see-
I got the white. I got the white.
I got a
here
lot
that
of
can
yellow
drop.
casualties. The artillery, I lost 3, and I only lost 1 tank. As far as the planes go, I lost 3 fighters, and I lost my bomber.
See,
Okay.
the Russians are pretty good.
So 30 for me.
It's because we sent the children in.
You're rolling for me, right?
Yeah. Okay, you have 1 yellow.
So one yellow?
Yes.
Just one?
yellow.
But the good news is you got a big pile of just one hit wonders here. So one
Which, yeah,
yellow
I knew I was
kills
gonna
one of your
lose
guys. So
this. Then you. Okay, I'm just gonna set these aside. You have 3 blues.
well, actually, I get to study this a little bit more. I'm going to do one yellow this way. Go ahead.
Okay, I got 3 blues, so I'm guessing you're gonna kill 1 blue and then injure 1.
Yeah, I have no choice there.
Yeah. Then you got 3 greens,
3 greens.
which
Kills
ends
it.
this man's life. Okay. And then you got 3 whites. So.
So 3 whites is
Boom.
knocking 2 off. That's
Okay.
see that. Now that's the thing. I mean, you really do want to study the dice before you start, because the whites do matter. White lives matter. Okay. There's 3 whites again for me. So what do you got for yellow?
A 1.
So I'm doing this again.
And then we got 3 blue, which is that, and then injured, which will die.
Yep.
You got a black.
I have a
You
black.
got a black.
Which put your. What do you have left here?
Oh, artillery.
And that's all I have left is a black
Oh, and 3 whites.
and 3 whites. So my black is going to be. Well, I can't do that. My black, I can do that though. So that'll be my black, and then these will be my 2 whites.
Could have done better.
And then, how could I have done better?
You used one of the defensive part there, and then you had 3 whites. And
Okay,
just
there
like
was
that.
already one here, so I can't put another one there.
Yeah, never mind.
That's the reason why I switched down to here.
Mhm.
Okay, so 10 more.
I'm actually doing pretty good right now. Oh, what is this? What is this?
He spoke way too soon, folks. Count those up for the team here.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 yellows.
7 yellows. How many? Hold on. How many whites do I
1,
have?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1.
1 white, and then how many blues do I have?
1.
So I have 1 blue.
You can
So-
take out all of this. if you
Well,
want.
hold on. I'll take out the defensive one because I have a white. I know the white's going to kill the blue. Never mind. You're right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1 more for 7. And then the white kills the blue. I have no blacks or anything else.
Nope, I survived.
You survived with 2 stinking infantry.
Let's go. Hey.
Okay. So the way this plays out is this is resolved because he won that territory. I did not win, but this is actually going to be what's called an embattled territory, and so you have to change your Leningrad card over to the red stripes.
Okay.
And then this was a big mess. Obviously, the 30 dice limit sort of makes a difference, and you put a lot more of your stuff on offense to get to your high dice roll, whereas I had the luxury of going on defense, which is why. But the thing is I still lost a lot of troops.
Oh yeah.
But
you
I-
lost way more men than me.
Did I?
Well, not like I would say in infantry, but you lost more like.
We
good
lost.
units.
We lost the same number of tanks. You lost more infantry, and you lost more artillery.
And you lost airplanes.
Well, yeah. That's because you did have a lot of anti-aircraft,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
That was the issue.
I was hoping I was
So-
gonna get all of them, but that didn't happen. So.
What's interesting is these are going to be really hard to replace. I mean, losing this many units is
Yeah, I'm just gonna walk into Berlin now. See you guys.
well, you might. That's definitely a possibility. So the bigger thing is you still didn't get stress, and I still am not going to get the resources from your.
What about the
territory.
embattled territory? Since it's my territory, can I walk into it with train?
No. No, and in fact, I'm still there. All my troops are going back to that location. They stay in Leningrad. My troops do.
Yeah, and they can't move out if I'm right.
Okay, I'm pinned. So next turn, if you don't have more troops in there, I only need to leave 2 troops there, and I can move the other ones out.
Yeah, that's no fun.
Okay? All right, so let's do casualties. Can you help get the casualties onto the casualty board?
Oh, this is where the stress comes in. I get it. Just look at that stack of infantry.
Yeah, we're both going to get stressed out on this one, and then I lost more territory, which is worse. And then I lost some planes. We're not doing that phase yet, so don't start. Okay, so the raids, like I could have done strategic bombing or whatever. I wasn't doing that. I was actually doing air battle. So for the combat debrief, there's no repairs for this particular debrief. We removed the eliminated units. We checked for lost troop transports. And then now we're going to return our stacks to the world map, Jason. And you have to flip over to the red dash side. And when we return our troops, I am pretty sure we can merge here. I'm checking. It doesn't say. I'm pretty sure we could merge at this point. Yeah, we're allowed to reorganize our commands within the region. So, for example, I had 4 commands. I lost so many units. I'm not going to have 4 commands anymore. So, 1, 2. That's 4. And that's 4. And 5. So, I'm gonna go ahead and just make 2 stacks, and then these 2 come back onto my aid. And I only need 1 stack of fighters right now, so we'll go ahead and do that. And those will stay in Leningrad here with Jason's 2 infantry.
That survived.
And you did flip your card to the red?
Yeah.
All right. And so I don't know. I definitely think I'm losing this game quite badly. I think largely because I still have yet to take a territory, and yeah, I probably didn't play smart. So now that we did that, assign stress. So give me 2 stress, Jason.
2 stress.
Because I lost a territory. Give me
Yep.
2 stress.
I got you. This is what I did this for.
Right, so now I'm at 4, right?
Yep.
Okay, and then you gained a territory, so you got another medal.
Oh yeah.
So give yourself a medal. And the hotspot marker becomes embattled, which we did. And that's it for combat. So now we are back out to refit and deploy. We have to land our air units. So I happen to have a unit here. And where will I land it? I get to move 2 spaces, so I think I'm going to land it.
Greater Germany.
It sort of doesn't matter. I'll land it in the Baltic states for now. Okay, so we did that. We deploy our units. So these markers go away. Our units are deployed. Now, one of the things you have to do is you have to get your caps for it. So, for example, this one's 56.
I can already use remaining ones, right? Yeah.
Whatever extra ones you have, yeah, just grab
Because
it.
I lost a lot of stuff.
Yeah, so you should have a lot of extras then, is what you're
Yeah.
saying. Yeah, you just use any one, because remember, the number's all that matters. The obviously some of them have starting positions, but the game's not starting anymore. You're well beyond the beginning. So, okay, so we did that, and you know what, Jason, this is something I'm going to show the folks. We've been playing it like this, where this sits on top, and then whenever we tried to push in, it's doing stuff like that. I just realized that wasn't the intent of the game. The intent of the game was to have this open because you need this. The lid that goes on top, if you flip that over, it goes right on in perfectly. So you don't have to Or you don't even need the lid, really. The lid's silly. Like, you could just play it without the lid. I mean, you don't need to have it over top of the box, is what I'm really ultimately learning here. Okay, next. Convert casualties, well, hold on, reorganize commands. We're allowed to do this now. You can reorganize anything you want. You're not allowed to move anything, but if you like want to change one stack to another stack, now
So merge them.
merge or split. You can do it during the movement phase next turn too, but right now you can reorganize stacks if you like. I'm fine with my stuff the way it is. Okay, you good? So what Jason did was he merged all of his planes here into one big mega stack. Okay, you good? All right. Moving on. Now we go to my pain and suffering. Let's do your stress first.
Well, this is 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, which means that
We'll keep going. You got to add more.
this is
38.
38, 42, 46, which means I get 2 stress.
Yep. So give yourself 2 stress. And he can easily remove that with his 2 medals if he ever so chose.
Wait, can I? Right now?
Yeah, anytime. Okay, so he has 0 stress still. Now all those units go back in the boxes.
Oh.
Okay, next up is me. So what do we got?
We got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 30, 34, 38, 42, 46.
And 6 is 52.
You get 3.
Oh, look at the threshold. Point to where the
52.
52.
3
I
stress.
just went into 3 instead of 2. And does that put me right at 6?
Yep.
So if I would have gotten 2,
Actually, no, 7.
I'm at 7. All right, so what you do now is you remove 6 of it, because that's my threshold. Okay, and then move me up to the blue over there. That's my turn order. All right, so the blue, just as a reminder to everybody, I'm going to lose 3 resources of any type during the resource phase, when we generate resources. So,
That is so good for me. Oh.
why is that so good for you?
Because that means you can't produce as many.
So the only way I can overcome that is I have to produce 5 metals or consumer goods. And if I spend 5 of them, I can get it to go back to white.
Doesn't matter. It's 3 less resources.
Can you help me throw those in the...
Yep.
Okay, so we applied our stress, and as I said, I'm losing. So now we do simultaneous planning and transfer and turn order. So we mark our starting resources per the resource chart. So I get to do that, but then I have to subtract 3, and then you're going to have to recount yours because you got the red line
Wait,
now.
am I supposed to produce troops?
Oh, that's what that is. So mark starting resources means put it on here.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm at 3, 6, and 13. Sorry, folks, I wasn't realizing you were... So I'm thinking I want to do that. be 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we're going to do 5. So this would be 0. 2, 4, 5. It's actually 5. This would be 1 and 1. So this is what I'm doing. I was greatly limited here, so I just got 1 of each. And then based on these 2, obviously I spent 3 of those, so I just got 1 more because that's all I had. And then over here, you added up, I added 2 of these because I wanted to get 1 of those. All right, are we good?
Yep.
All right, so for me, I am getting a fighter and a tank. And a fighter and a tank, 1 artillery, and 2 infantry. And then can you hand me a consumer good?
Oh, so you did get one.
It goes on my middle area.
Okay, I'm getting 2 fighters, 2 artillery, a tank, and 2 infantry.
Okay, do you still have your manufacturing tokens so you can put them when you're...
Oh, yeah, it's right here. Factory. Manufacturing.
Okay.
Okay, well, I think that makes us go back into the phase, another round, right? I believe so.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with you. I'm just making sure it's 5 resources for 1 civilian. It is 5. So that is actually quite brutal. Okay, so yes, we can't trade with neutrals because of the scenario. We did this. We transferred the new units to industry. Yeah, we're back to generate resources. So I'm adding up. Can we at least do this and then we can stop? We're adding up resources. That's all we're doing. Okay, so I dropped from 13 down to 12, but I had 1 left over. So I'm generating 12 is what I'm trying to say, and I had 1 left over, so I'm at 13 again. But I actually lost 1 because I lost that territory to Jason. I'm only at 4 oil, or 4 iron, but I had 1 left over, so I'm dropping to 5. I just forgot to go to 0, so let me just put it at 0, folks. And then I do generate 4 oil, so that's my situation. 4 oil, 5 iron, and 13 OSR. Okay, so that's where I'm at for now, and we just finished phase 1. We're getting ready to write orders, but Jason needs to call it a night. It's a school night, so we gotta go. Did you want to say something?
Well, that's wrong. Probably gonna do another one of this. Just so I want to take a 5-minute break.
Oh, yeah. So what we can? Well, I'm actually at an hour, so I need to end the video anyway.
Yeah.
So actually, we're coming back then.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I'll do. I was just.
I gotta win.
I thought you were done for the night, so that's why I was ending the video. So yes, we're gonna end it here, and we'll be back to keep going. Thanks for watching. Stay awesome.